Hi there, everybody, and welcome again. We've got a special treat. We've got John Parsiani, who's going to be representing the Aria on the Bay project and explaining to us a little bit about the growth of Miami and the specifics of this particular beautiful building that's going to be going up in Edgewater, or the Arts and Entertainment District. And I met John probably about 15 years ago in this neighborhood where the studio is in Aventura at the gym. We were playing tennis, whatever. And then, we always like to share with people the very international element of South Florida. And I always found it fascinating that you're Persian, but you had lived in Sweden and you just came back from Turkey. So you really got the essence of what South Florida is starting to become. So let's start with a little background. Tell us about how you got into real estate, how many years you've been in real estate. You've got quite an impressive resume in this field, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me. Started in real estate about 13 years ago, as a matter of fact, here in Miami, and I've seen the city grow in the past 20 years that I've been here. Grew up in Sweden, family is Persian, and came here for university, and then obviously stayed and made this my home. So in the past 14 years since I've been in real estate, I've really seen the city take shape to be a global city, which I always saw the potential in. And I remember when my friends used to visit me from Sweden back in the days, and even as late as maybe 10 years ago, they used to say, "Okay, John, now we're in Miami, what do we do? We're excited, we want to do something." And I used to always say, we have three options. We can go to the beach, we can go to the mall, or we can go to the nightclubs.
Yep.
So really, those were the only main three options here in South Florida. But since then, we've seen the growth of the communities like Wynwood, Midtown Design District.
All these emerging neighborhoods and these cosmopolitan neighborhoods and urban sort of settings pop up. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's been
We've
quick.
seen the Adrian Arts Center for Performing Arts, so we have opera, ballet, theater now. We have the George Perez Art Museum, the Science Museum, which is soon coming, Miami World Center, Resorts World Miami. I could go on and on. I mean, Brickell was a shadow of what it is today, as the second largest
financial district in the country.
In the United States.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to see all of this come about.
Definitely, and we just had on a guest earlier, PJ Philip James, who's always worked in marketing or as a consultant with these large Fortune 500 companies. I believe that your background with Delta, you had worked previously at other companies in higher level positions in marketing, probably helped you to be able to market Miami.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, what are some tips you would give people about marketing in general? Let's say if they're not in real estate or if they're considering coming here, we always want to give them a broad range of some tips here, as well as to share your projects. So
absolutely. I do have a corporate background, and I think that was instrumental in my success in real estate, because it gave me the structure that I feel is needed. Although a lot of people enter into this industry thinking, I can be by the pool, on my laptop, I can be my own boss and do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. If you do want to experience a level of success, it is similar to a corporate setting, if you will. Even more so, actually. It's more entrepreneurship because it is your own business.
So you have to be disciplined, yeah.
Absolutely. And you have to work from 8 o'clock to whatever it takes. It's
and
not
weekends.
even the 9 to 5. Exactly. Especially weekends.
Right.
So, but Delta Airlines gave me the background to be able to kind of have at least the 9 to 5 down, and then I could expand that as I saw fit. And then I actually went back to school, and I graduated with a business degree and a focus on entrepreneurship, which I also feel, and this was while I was already in the business, in real estate, but I felt like it was something that I started and never quite finished, and I like to finish what I start.
Excellent.
So I went ahead and did that, and that helped me again to see the industry a little bit differently, to approach it a little bit differently, more of a as an entrepreneur, as a business aspect, and it's worked.
And certainly, you would join a very large organization that helped Miami to go vertical with Cervera. So seeing things from a more macro view, and congratulations on being the top producer there at the Aria on the Bay. I'm sure there's a different perspective you have about what's coming here in Miami. Because I remember Alicia Cervera had told us during a meeting that as we've seen on different reports, Miami is where people spend the money. It's in the top 10, where it was in the number one position. I believe they had heard that different investment firms, they see where people put their money and allocate their finances, and so that was very exciting to hear. I think it was a UBS study or something.
Yeah, and it's now that I've traveled around the world, I'm seeing the fact of how inexpensive we really are as a world city compared to any of the major world cities around. London to obviously Shanghai to Hong Kong to New York to LA and for what we offer, the world is beginning now to kind of see us as not just a playground of what used to be. They used to come here to play, and now this is becoming where they want to live. So this is where I see the huge potential, also from the Asian market as well. That's just beginning to notice us down here, and that's very exciting. As a member on the Asian Real Estate Association of America as well. There is
her name is Aria.
Yes.
AREAA.
Exactly, as opposed to the project that I'm focused on right now, which is ARIA, Aria on the Bay.
So you don't confuse it. So.
But the key thing about Aria with the Asian Real Estate Association of America is, as the largest, I believe, Asian association in the U.S., we will have the global summit
here next year, actually in April,
2017. So that's pretty big news, right?
Right. That's a huge testament to what may be coming.
Absolutely, and it is already coming. I mean, Chinatown is coming to Miami as well, which is about time, and it's huge. And we're seeing the Port of Miami expansion right now. That's going to play a huge role, I believe, in the import, export, and making us the hub. We're seeing, when you mention New York, LA, because of our tax system that's very favorable.
Yes.
We're getting a lot of the other companies actually relocating here and seeing that as a benefit as well.
Definitely. We definitely have many incentives here for businesses and individuals to come and get a second, third home or make it their primary home. And these days, with the ability to work virtually, I really think we're in a key position. And as well, we're the gateway to the Americas, so it's very attractive to a lot of different organizations or countries. And I think because the climate is very similar to different parts of China, as well as the air quality here is just incredible. So
absolutely. 23 degrees Celsius average around the year, over 2,900 hours of sun a year. If you can imagine, it's a beautiful thing. It's a piece of heaven that we're living.
It really is, yeah. And then in terms of the Aria project, just share with us a little. The Mellow Group has been developing this. They've done a number of projects here in South Florida. So what can you share with us about that?
As far as Aria, I mean, it's one of the, I sell only what I believe in. That's my philosophy, and I believe in Aria. I believe in the Mellow family. I believe in Architectonica, which is the architects for our building, the interior design, the landscaping for the building as well. And I obviously certainly believe in Severa and the family there, which I'm working with. So as far as the building itself, it's located in the Art and Entertainment District of Miami. It's a fantastic site, the last waterfront location in front of the beautiful Margaret Pace Park that has all the sports activities you can imagine. I mean, everything from tennis courts, beach volleyball, basketball court, football field, running track, dog park, children's playground, outdoor gym, yoga, you name it. It's all downstairs from us.
Wow.
And it's free. Best of all,
included.
Right?
That's incredible.
It's a city park. So, in addition to that, we have about 21,000 square foot of amenities in this building, which makes it phenomenal. Which is a luxury cruise ship status,
really
if you will. You don't ever have to leave the building if you don't want to.
Right.
You certainly have everything from a children's playroom to a sunrise pool, a sunset pool, a children's pool, a theater room, pretty much everything you can imagine as far as the amenities in the building as well. Floor to ceiling glass wraparound in all the units, 53 stories high. Best priced luxury new development on the water in Miami right now. So prices are right. I always say there's 4 key elements in real estate.
And share with us.
The 4 key elements in real estate, in my opinion, is obviously location being the most important part, which we have. We're 5 minutes from the beach, 5 minutes from the art from the Wynwood Midtown Wynwood district, 5 minutes from Brickell downtown. We're on the water in the art and entertainment district, walking distance to the opera, the ballet, the theater. So the location is there.
What I loved about their opening party was they actually did it at the Adrian Arts Center,
Absolutely.
and they had, the women in the chandeliers, and they were dressed with the tables. It was very creative. I mean, Cervera really, really knows how to put on events.
Absolutely,
Really.
and I believe it was the first real estate event allowed at the Adrian Arts Center, so that was a great honor
Exciting,
as well.
yeah.
So the location it speaks for itself, and it's one of the fastest growing locations in all of Miami. There's $10 billion going in a 1 mile stretch of road
with
from
a
our
B.
doorstep.
Yeah.
Exactly, with a B. In addition to that, the obviously second thing is prices, in my opinion, and obviously we're the best priced luxury new development, even better priced than the next upcoming location, which is Edgewater. We're even better priced than comparable projects there.
Right.
So we have the prices down, and then views obviously are very important. We're on the water, so we have fantastic, amazing unobstructed views there. And then last but not least, I would say amenities. So usually in real estate, you have to sacrifice one for the other. You have to give up the location, if you will, if you focus on the price. You
Correct.
have to give up the views for the amenities, if you will. So it's one of those four components that you have to sacrifice. What I love about Aria is here you really do get a package deal. You get the location, you get the prices, you get the amenities, and you get the views. So there it is.
The Aria on the Bay, and John speaks from experience. He's actually managed a number of offices, so I know in different parts of town you've really seen the metamorphosis of different neighborhoods, and as well what works, what people buy, what they look for, and the reasons they actually will spend the money. So thank you for sharing that. As a last note, to end it, since I love showcasing the international element here, could you share with us a few tidbits about Sweden or Iran? I've never been to Iran. I've always wanted to go. I've been to Sweden for a day. That was gorgeous. So maybe you could just share one or two little cultural tips or something unique that people may not know about those places.
Absolutely. Well, let me just start by saying we have buyers from 37 different countries at Aria right now.
That's fantastic.
So it's one of the most international, national, and local buildings that we represent as one of the largest real estate or developer representatives in the state of Florida with Cervera.
And you guys just came back from Turkey, so you could share a few thoughts about Turkey as well.
Yes, indeed. Well, Turkey is an amazing country. It's a beautiful market. We're just opening up that market now. We have direct flights from Turkey, and they will be increasing that direct flights as well, just
Fabulous.
like with China.
Right.
We're about to get direct flights there.
Yep.
Chinatown is coming. The Port of Miami is expanding, so that market is also opening up to us as well. But
we're blending the East and the West here. That's what I loved about
indeed.
Turkey, and certainly Asia as well is on the map. So
having been born in Shiraz and moved to Sweden, grew up in Stockholm, and been around. I've seen the world with different lenses.
Right. And you speak Swedish, obviously,
correct.
right?
Yes, indeed.
And Norwegian as well.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed. So seeing the world from that perspective, when I came to Miami, I have to say I was a little bit disappointed back then, 20 years ago, to see that it wasn't truly international, at least not in my humble view. But it has grown to be a truly international city now.
Yeah.
Now we have really buyers from all around the globe notice us and come here and want to make this their home.
Correct.
Where it typically wasn't the case, at least in the majority of the cases.
Countries, right.
It was only maybe a handful or two of different countries. Now we have people from all around the world, from the Middle East, from Asia, from Europe, from Canada, from South America. Obviously, it's just a beautiful melting pot.
Yeah, it really is. No, I've been thrilled to see that. I remember Alicia Cervera had mentioned she was in the Middle East more than 10 years ago, and they started coming around that time. So the Bal Harbour, that St. Regis area that they Cervera had promoted as well, really captured a lot of that. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and have a great week, everyone. Aria on the Bay. So if people want to find you, we're going to have your information there on the bottom.
Yes,
and thanks for sharing all your
Thank you.
great information.
Appreciate it.